Yo, big shout out to the hottest shot in the MF game. A-Side official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know what it is. WCS the first in the building. It's fight day, y'all. We have an interesting, very, very interesting card for many ways than one. We have a very intriguing fight between O'Shaquie Foster and Robson Conceição. Conceição has had multiple opportunities to become world champion. He's on the verge of being the Danny Garcia 2.0. Look, he has all the tools. I wouldn't even say an upset, but to win this championship fight. He had all the tools. You know what I'm saying? He's been in there with Navarrete, Emmanuel Navarrete. He's been in there with Shakur Stevenson. You know, when Stevenson missed weight. He's back, man. I like O'Shaquie Foster too, man. He had his rocky moment. That is the fight. One of the three fights I'm saying is gonna for you to watch. You know what I'm saying? That O'Shaquie Foster fight. Conceição. Team Davis has been speaking up recently because now they're you know what I'm saying, the cash cow. Yes, entertainment for the youngin. You know, the youngin that's coming up. He's still in his 20s. The one that's coming up, Mr. El Chin Checker himself. He's finally getting his recognition, right? Kenny Ellis of Team Davis was on Mill City. And I like how them two, Calvin and Kenny Ellis, is just able to talk, in my opinion, more freely than they did before. I'm not saying they was all quiet and mute. I'm not saying that shit. I'm just saying they just letting it be known, man, how the spreadsheet is. They said that Keyshawn Davis would never get a fight with Gervonta Davis. I understand where they at with it, bro, because there's so many other people that's out there for him to prove himself. I feel where they coming from, man. They saying how. And it all, look. It all works out different for everybody. I always use the analytics, bro. People like to hear the analytics, but it's always different for everybody. When Teofimo Lopez in his 13th fight fought Masayoshi Nakatani for a title eliminator, he had 13 fights. You know what I'm saying? He was low. That's all I'm saying. In his 14th fight. No. In his 13th fight. In his 14th fight, higher it is, he might have fought Masayoshi Nakatani in his 14th fight. Yeah, beat him and then fought Richard Comey in his 15th fight and beat him. He became champion in his 15th fight. And his dad prognosticated that, right? That's Teofimo Lopez. Everybody is different, man. Yo, it's difficult to try to, you know, go by the book when you talk about when somebody say, hey, you ain't getting a fight because you ain't earned it. You know, Teofimo Lopez in his 16th fight fought for unified titles against Vasily Lomachenko. You're talking about a two-time Olympian, gold standard. Teofimo Lopez fought. You feel me? Teofimo Lopez, in his 16th fight, fought for the unified titles. But Keyshawn Davis is not recognized in the same manner to get a shot with Gervonta Davis. And like I said, everybody's playbook is different. Lomachenko wasn't no cash cow at the time. He was just a golden child. Teofimo Lopez wasn't a cash cow at that time. He was just a golden child. Real talk. But where Tank Davis is right now, as far as his pay-per-view status and how he's able to draw people to the ring, Lomachenko nor Teofimo Lopez in that moment, you can say, had the equity that Tank Davis do as far as entertainment value. So when it comes to Team Davis telling Keyshawn, my boy, it's raining down, it's bad weather, and you know people driving crazy down this motherfucker. When it comes down to, you know, teams, everybody don't have the same playbook, bro. Everybody doesn't have the same playbook. Keyshawn Davis sitting at, what, 10 wins right now? One that was removed, you know? Resume-wise, when Teo fought Lomachenko, who was the unified champion at 135, you know, he had Masayoshi Nakatani and Richard Comey. He had Diego Magnolino. Keyshawn Davis, Pedraza. The playbook is different. Different time, different era. Everybody's not going to get the star treatment, especially when it comes to that recognition, yo. Do I agree with Kenny Ellis? Absolutely. I agree. Because, you know, look, I'm not saying I'm sick and tired of hearing it, but you have these boxers always calling out this fighter, that fighter, this fighter, that fighter, because it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they call these fighters out one week, and then the next week they calling out somebody different. What do you really want? You want Teofimo Lopez, that Keyshawn? Who do you want? Who do you want? Because it's always something different with you dudes. And then what I don't like about the brothers, right? Y'all always making best friends and shit. This is another thing Kenny Ellis said. You know, y'all up here making bosom buddies and shit. Oh, that's my bestie, man. We ain't gonna never fight. So you got Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and freaking Abdullah Mason. Look, I'm not saying Abdullah Mason's mentality is like that. I'm just saying the brothers, whoever they may be, you have 3 black boxers at 135 that they're cool with one another. How? That's money. That's legacy. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? What are you talking about? That's legacy. What are you talking about? I don't get it. I truly don't get it. You got 3 fighters that's coming up the ranks in their 20s right? They're in their 20s and they're bosom buddies. They BFFs. When they're in a professional sport where, you got to make a name for yourself regardless. There's no way that Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and freaking Abdullah Mace can all be BFFs. There's no way. This is a business. This is a sport. Mike Tyson said it best to the Charlos to their face. If that's your brother, you make money with. See what I'm talking about? How these people they see you with your blink on and they try to speed it up. That's how people get hurt. That's why they put a blinker on the car so people can use a blinker. If you speed up while I'm trying to change lanes, you're in the wrong. You're in the wrong. My blinker was on. I mean, what's wrong with these people down here? You put your blinker on and they speed up behind you like, no, you cannot lane change. That's why insurance is so high down here. You got these people that's from different cities where they used to drive like that. You know what I'm saying? They used to driving like this, bro. They used to driving all stupid. Anyway, how can three brothers be friends? We can't have that, man. Mike Tyson said it best. If that's your brother, you would eat with your brother. You know what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo didn't want to eat with Spence. That would have made them millions. You know what I'm saying? That would have made them some millions. Real talk. People would have tuned in to that. People would have tuned in to see Jamel Charlo and Errol Spence Jr. fight for the unified titles. Absolutely. Absolutely they would have. But in the reality of it, it's not going to happen to certain people because, at the end of the day, they want to be friends. You know what I'm saying? They want to be friends, y'all. They want to be friends and don't want to make money. You know? But getting back down to business, I had to pay attention to the road, okay? This is where I'm trying to go with this, right? When it comes down to the fight, we got Keyshawn Davis, who's been trying to say he'll knock out Gervonta Davis, right? Keyshawn, I'm calling bullshit on that. Real talk. I'm just calling bullshit on it because you need to just focus on your opponent. And if anything, that Keyshawn, as a fighter, you know what I'm saying, you're able to have any type of bravado that you choose to. You select it. Bravado sells in certain cases. But I think a lot of you cats are confused on how to build upon your bravado. I mean, don't nobody want to hear, I'll knock somebody out, knock somebody out, knock somebody. That's been going on for years and years. And then when you go in there and fight the person and it don't go your way or you don't knock them out, you turn around and say, well, I had a bone spur or this and that and the other. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear no more, I'm going to knock him out. Now if Gervonta says it, if El Chin Checker says it, I'm more inclined to believe it. I'm more inclined to believe he's going to lay, he's going to lay those hands on you and baptize you sooner or later in the round. I'm more inclined to believe it because there's only two people that's been able to see the final tick of the 12th round with Gervonta Davis. And one of recent was Isaac Cruz. Okay, he has since moved up to 140 and did his thing. But I truly believe that fight would not go the distance in the second fight if they had one. But peep this out, Keyshawn. You have a tough fight, in the future. I don't think that tough fight is going to be for you tonight. But you have a guy that beat you 4 times in the amateurs, Andy Cruz. Why aren't you trying to fight him? Why all of a sudden, if he can get the gold medal and come into professional ranks after you, you just discard him as if he never mattered to you? I don't understand that. Like, there's plenty of other fighters who have fought guys who beat them in the amateurs, but you tend to have this mentality that you made it to the pros before Andy. He had a bit more waterway to cover. You know what I'm saying? The current was different for Andy Cruz. Now he's over there in Philly and he's winning. Came in, did his first fight 10-rounder, and you up here acting like he's a no freaking he's not a topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to act like Andy Cruz is not a topic of discussion. He's irrelevant. Andy Cruz is very relevant because he's in your freaking division. And he beat you in the amateurs. Why are you overlooking this dude? Why? That's crazy. You're overlooking the dude that beat you multiple times in the amateurs. And when you fought for the gold medal and you don't have any dog, you don't have any growl to go back and say, let me hunt this dude and show him that the professional ranks is different. That doesn't make any sense to me, brother. It makes no sense to me at all. You don't even want to. You and him are in the. I mean, what we gonna do? Okay, check this out. Check this out, Keyshawn. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all always saying media be on some bullshit and all that, acting like we can't have a conversation or speak in a way that we're not even damn disrespectful. I'm not gonna babysit y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that you and Andy Cruz fight, right? If you and Andy Cruz fight is a fight that should happen up the road, and then you're friends with 2 other competitors that's supposed to be high on the damn chain of command, and Abdullah Mason and Shakur Stevenson, that eliminates 3 potential opponents that you can fight at 135 pounds. How does that work? How does that work? You're just gonna say, oh, I'll just go a different route. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go the route of the WBO. I'll go some other route because you're definitely not getting the WBA. I don't think you're ready. Look, I can tell you 100 times over that Tank Davis hunts different. But that doesn't mean that it's going to deter you from going out there and jumping in the Serengeti and say, hey, I'm one of the alphas out here too. I'm one of the apex predators. I get it. When you have it in you, Henry, you know, a lot of us think we're the apex predator and shit like that. But you have other fighters that you can prove that you're the apex predator just like they believe they're the apex predator. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason has been winning and winning and winning. I don't know why people sleeping on him. But I hope one of the 3 at least, Andy Cruz, Abdullah Mason, Shakur Stevenson. I hope one of the 4, you know what I'm saying? I hope one of the 4, helps you out. You know what I'm saying? I hope one of the 4 helps you out. Real talk. I hope that's the case, because it's no way that the 135-pound division could be so hot, like extremely hot before. You had Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. You had Jojo Diaz. You had Rolly Romero, Richard Comey, Masayoshi Nakatani. You had plenty other people. I guess it's raining outside and people are acting crazy. You had a lit 135-pound division. Those have since transitioned to a higher division, right? And now we have the Mickey Mouse Club division. I'm just serious. It is turned into the Mickey Mouse Club division. Not every fighter, but it's almost like everybody wants to sit down and wait till Mr. Rogers come out with his sweater on, say, hello, boys and girls. I'm here to read you a story. Do you want me to read you a story? Okay, sit down. Give them their banana pudding pops. Yeah. Give them one Capri Sun. Yes, and a pack of Now Laters. Yeah. Sour, grape, strawberry, anybody? It don't matter? Okay. This has become the Mickey Mouse freaking division, bro. All I want to say, I'm so in tune with myself. I don't care what WCS say. We are building. We're not gonna fight each other right now. But this is divisions that's supposed to be hot. What y'all holding on to? You have undefeated fighters. Abdullah Mason's undefeated. Shakur Stevens undefeated. Keyshawn Davis undefeated. Andy Cruz is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have so many undefeated fighters. And it just seems like that is a pass. That's a hall pass. Hey, you got an O? I got an O. Okay, cool. You know what that means. You got an O too? All right, cool. So us three, we're gonna form this pack. Yeah, we're gonna form this pack. We ain't gonna fight each other to up the road until we get in our 30s. When we don't know what's gonna happen, we're gonna still be in the same division, but we're gonna right here at 135. We're gonna fight around each other. We're gonna fight around and up and down and around, up under. We're gonna fight around each other. When you leave, I'm gonna be next, and when you leave, I'm gonna be next, and when you leave, I'm gonna be next. It don't work like that. 135, it gets difficult to make weight. Ask Shakur Stevenson when he had to drop his belts at 130. You don't want to transfer to another division because you miss weight. You don't want to do it. Doesn't extract from your legacy and your books of accolades that you was a champion in that division. But you don't want to lose. I mean, you don't want to drop your belts on the scale and go to the next division. You know, I mean, you don't want to do that. You want to leave on your own free will. You know what I'm saying? You want to leave on your own free will. It's just we got damn near half of the top names that people talk about. There's no way they linking up. Shakur Stevenson, Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, at least Javante said he was going to fight the Shakur Stevenson next. After Lomachenko. At least he said he was going to do it. But you have three bosom buddies, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and Abdullah Mason. I hope y'all fight one another sooner or later. Because if you that guy, if you that elite, that's who you are. Stand on it. You know, display it in the ring. That's all you got to do. Display it in the ring, man. You got three big names everybody knowing. Y'all don't want to, y'all want to sit on stage and talk to each other and be cool and spar and all this other shit. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like a 35 division, don't get mad when Tank just totally take everything over it. 3 division champion, when now Tank may give a damn to unify. He's showing you he didn't need the belts because he trying to make every dime he can. He ain't trying to give it to no motherfucking 3% sanctioning fees. You feel me? But what about giving the fans what they want? If you all are striving to be the big names in the division and y'all won't fight each other, then how do you expect to grow when you get to 140? Based off what you did, your body will work at 135. Who did you fight? After Javante go in there and knock out Lomachenko, oh, I want to fight Lomachenko. I want to fight Lomachenko. Gervonta just knocked him out. I don't know how long Frank Martin is going to be at 135. He barely made weight. He looked bad. All that muscle and everything. He probably need to go to 140 because he's too big. 135 is not easy to sustain over and over again, right? But Keyshawn, your primary focus should be Andy Cruz. If you feel some type of way about what I'm saying, so be it, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fighters up here act like, y'all got mad respect for your elders and all that. And then when most of the cats that's on here older than you on this content, some of us, all of us don't say the right shit. I get it. But bro, in my mentality, the way we think, I don't have to box to tell you I've been successful in other things. That my mentality, if someone was better than me, I make sure I go back and prove that I have did what I need to do to improve myself. You was beat, you got the silver medal, and it's two of y'all the silver champions. Shakur, has became a 3-division champion. But I don't know what's up with the silver standard mentality. It's almost like y'all have PTSD or something. I don't get it. Real talk. I don't get it, bro. Like, you have Shakur that your time, it seems like it's gonna come now. If you get a chance to fight Gervonta Davis at 135, that's good for you. Because all this rah-rah, I ain't never losing, I ain't doing this. If you feel that you're never losing by staying at distance and fighting very, very careful, don't be mad when you're in your 30s and you still haven't made $15 million in one night. I just look at old people sometimes. I say, God damn it, I hope that ain't me. But it's going to be me one day. But anyway, hey, Shakur going to get that fight. Keyshawn, you need to fight Andy Cruz. That's it. That's the only name you should be worried about, brother. Andy Cruz. You can't get up here and act like, oh, man, I'm doing so much. Good for boxing. And this, you just got off a suspension, bro, for weed. You came back and had a very sharp performance, yes, sir. But if you have a fighter, when it comes down to it, you have a fighter that is pretty much have a backstory with you. You know what I'm saying? That fighter has a backstory. That makes the fight that much more interesting because you and him fought in the Olympics, in the amateur rather, and you fought in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you should be trying to do what? Fight that man, bro. You should be trying to hunt that man down and fight him. But no, you acting like he's irrelevant. He's a non-convert. What? You acting like this man is not even relevant. How can you have that mentality and that's the person who prevented you from getting the gold medal? Did you see your best friend Shakur Stevenson? The tears he was shedding? I will say it and I'll say it again. I think Shakur Stevenson has PTSD from getting a silver medal in the Olympics. I think for him, he pretty much he hate to lose, and there's nothing wrong with hating to lose. But the tears he was shedding, just like many other great fighters who've been before him, it seems like when he's in a fight, when he finally meets that fight, we're going to see if he's able to get past that. Because he's had 3 fights of fighters who had pretty decent punching power, supposedly, that made him respect them. And he fought them extremely careful. And he want to say, well, I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what y'all think about me. I'm going to fight the way I fight. Well, hey, okay. If you fighting at a safeguard, and you don't want to put any risk in, I get it, bro. I understand. Say less. Real talk, say less, brother. If you believe that if you get the fight with Tank, you're going to say you're going to knock him out, it ain't happening, bro. You ain't knocking Tank out. You're not knocking him out. Now, you want to say you're going to go in there and win the fight? Cool. I get it. You're supposed to say that. Tank's supposed to say that. Real talk. Both of y'all supposed to have that winner's mentality. But Tank hunt different. So if you want to stay at a distance and use your jab and say it's going to be a Sebastian Fundora and freaking Tim Tszyu type of night, well, Gervonta Davis ain't motherfucking Tim Tszyu, man. Tank ain't Tim Tszyu. If you want to say, you know, freaking Gervonta Davis is if you want to say Gervonta Davis is short, you know what I'm saying? Gervonta is short. He has short arms. It's going to be more so you're going to have the height advantage and all that. So be it. You know, say what you like. But at the end of the day, that's going to be a tough fight for you. You got the right people around you. You got the mad scientist, Bomac, and whoever else you training. You know what I'm saying? They got their people. You know what I'm saying? They got the hitters, Calvin Ford, freaking Kenny Ellis, and everybody else is over there in BMO. It should be a class for the ages. But at the end of the day, I know you're not going into that fight talking about you're going to beat Tank ass and you're going to knock him out. I don't see it there, Shakur Stevenson. Keyshawn, y'all need to wake up, man. You need to fight Andy Cruz and make that shit happen. Seriously. You need to make that shit happen today. After this fight, you need to call out Andy Cruz. We don't want to see you fight nobody else because people are going to start, saying you're cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? People are going to start saying you're cherry picking. And you don't want that. You don't want people to feel that you're cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to say you're cherry picking. Real talk. You don't want people to say you're cherry picking. You want them to think you're fighting the best that's out there. Real talk. Don't play around with your money in your bank. Don't play around with it now. Don't play around with it. You go ahead and get this win. Call out Andy Cruz next. And you should be good to go. Go in there and leave no doubt to anyone else. Put that to bed, Keyshawn. Fight Andy Cruz. That is the person that should be on your hit list after this next fight. Andy Cruz. That should be on your hit list. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else. Period. Don't even trip. Don't even get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Don't even get mad at me. It's all good. Don't get mad at me. I'm just passing you the word and giving you sound advice and hope that you make the right choice after this fight tonight. Call out Andy Cruz, get it over with. That's what everybody want to see. They don't want to see you fighting everybody else like we're going to forget. We're never going to forget that Andy beat you multiple times in the amateurs, bro. It's only right that you and him have a meeting. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that you and him have a meeting. Meet that man in the ring. Get the paperwork, sign the contract. It's only right this fight goes down, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Females come up out here with damn rollers in their head, shouty. Jesus Christ, man. Damn. OG Mr. Golden, what's good? The news about Shaw News, what's good? What's good? Salute. He said Abdullah Mason said he fighting whoever has the belts. When his time has come, it's not personal, but business. I'm glad Abdullah Mason has that that freaking mentality. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Abdullah has the mentality to know that it's a business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't personal, it's a business. Shout out to the MACKMOBB, the Mac Mob on deck. Salute to you, brother. I see you in the building. Mr. Gumbo, what's good? What's good? Salute. Salute to you, brother. I see you. But that's where I'm at with it, y'all. You know, at the end of the day, we got a pretty decent fight card. The only reason I was mentioning, you know, Keyshawn, Abdullah Mason, because they're in the same division and they're big names. They're in the spotlight now. People want to see them fight. And Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is a 3-weight world champion. No denying that. No denying that. So, of course, he want to fight the top of the food chain. All I'm saying, with the top of that food chain, you have every right to challenge those who are on top too. You have every right to do that. We just seen Javante come out there and do what he's supposed to do with Frank Martin. We didn't know what Frank Martin was looking like, you know what I'm saying, after the Artem fight, right? We didn't know what he was going to look like. But you know, it's something that Frank said. He said, you stepping up here like you're going to step on somebody. And you know what? Tank, being the savage he is, Mr. El Chin Checker stepped on him, bro. He stepped on him, bro. He sure did. He stepped on him. So all I'm saying, Shakur, I got mad respect. I call you, you know, at one point I was calling you the Emperor of Boxing, man, because you was on the rise. And you're at a point right now where you have the king of the division at 135 in your crosshairs. But see, one thing about when we zoom in on the target in the military, not every time we hit the target at the distance that we want. So therefore, we have to do what? We have to progress forward. We have to aggress forward. We have to move closer to the target to get a better shot. What I'm saying is, if you believe that your range and you're going to stick behind the jab when you have the target on the distant end, you know, closing distance and adjusting their windage too, it's not going to be as easy as you think. And to be honest with you, Tank, Shakur, you come off, I'm not saying you can't fight, but I'm saying you don't come off as a person that want to fight someone like Tank Davis when it comes to fighting him in the square. I'm talking about outside of boxing, technical skills. Tank is not going to just give you technical skills and that's it. He's gonna fight you. He's gonna hunt you down, and you got to show, okay, I have what it takes to keep you honest and get you up off me. I mean, that's what he's gonna present, bro. He's not gonna sit there and stay behind the jab, and it's gonna be 1-2 combinations, and you're not gonna be able to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not going up here saying, okay, you're a knockout artist. They put you a step above Devin Haney when it comes to punching power. But you can't box your ass off. No doubt about it. But I haven't seen anybody, you know, it seems like if you believe that your distance, that's going to be your shield. Jab, feint, get the hell up out of there. Feint, jab, 1-2, get the hell up out of there. Tank hunts different. That's all I'm saying. The man hunts different. And it's 12 fucking rounds, 3 minutes apiece, goddammit. And it ain't gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. But y'all hold it down. I'm out.